Ready to start controlling your food cravings? Good. When you press the button, Zap Food Cravings Now, you'll see a slideshow of remarkable photographs of food. These are pictures that ordinarily would tempt you so much that you'd rush to grab that food. The program is tempting you purposely, because at the same time you'll be activating a calming response through your whole body by tapping the acupressure points, and this way you make the craving disappear. After the slideshow is ended and you've done the tapping and the repeating of the phrases, you'll now be able to eat a meal or a snack or whatever you want, and probably find yourself surprisingly satisfied, as though you'd eaten your favorite food, and you'll be without any desperate need to eat any more of it. It's as if you had fooled the appetite control center of your brain in some way. And now you may be able to take a surprisingly small amount of that food and feel wonderful about doing that, or substitute some other lower-calorie food for it without any feeling of deprivation. Now, in this slideshow, you're going to see 12 to 14 photographs of the food category that you're working on. These pictures are taken from the collection of large food photos. They fill the screen in the desktop computer game called Zap Food Cravings. That game shows you a huge number of tempting photos in 17 different food categories, and it teaches you ways of using tapping for permanent appetite control. It is the sister program for this app for those who want these features. Now, the short program you're looking at now is an on-the-spot version, which you can take from place to place when you go out to eat or when you run to get a snack or wherever you do go. You'll be able to take your portable device with you and open this program and take 2 to 3 minutes to immunize yourself against the temptations of your downfall food. At home, you can do this before you go to the refrigerator or to the cabinet to pick up some snacks, for example. It makes all the difference in the world in how you feel about those snacks when you do get to them. The Zap program is an ever-present helper. In fact, we're getting many letters from people who tell us that the Zap program is working when nothing else did, and in a moment you're going to see how it works for you. And my final instructions before you practice this are the following. Be sure to keep tapping continuously as you watch the slideshow. If you don't, and if you look at these very tempting pictures without tapping at the same time, you'll probably increase your appetite, which is exactly opposite from the effect you should be getting. The series of photos of your downfall food will run through 3 times, which usually takes about 2.5 minutes in all, and that's enough to make a strong change in the way you feel about the food when you get to the table. It's important, though, to wait until the end of the slideshow and not stop in the middle. It takes only about 2.5 minutes to do, but if you stop too soon, you may get some effect, but you won't get nearly as much benefit from the program. During the first minute of watching the photos, you may actually feel your craving increasing temporarily, but as you keep tapping, you will feel the change happening. Don't worry if at first your mouth actually waters as you watch the photos. The craving has to come to the surface and get out before it can subside. So just keep going until the end, and you will find that you'll feel very different when you go to eat. Now, there's one other thing you should know. You should not use this program when you have the actual food right in front of you. When you see the food close enough to you so you can reach for it, it is usually too late to use Zap, because when you're smelling and able to actually taste the food if you want to, the craving can become so strong it is too late to do the tapping this time. So you want to use the program ahead of time before you approach the actual food. That's why we have these photographs for you. So, to recap, the program is designed to create the satisfying feeling of having eaten your downfall food without actually eating it. Now, what you say while you watch these photos is important too. You'll be given a choice of 3 statements that you can say as you tap and look at the photos. The first one is, "Even though I crave this food, I choose to pass it up for now." The second phrase that you can use is, "I'm enjoying my fill of this." The third phrase is, "I choose to feel calm and relaxed." All of these are effective, and which one you use will probably come down to a matter of preference and experimentation. Alternating them is fine too. Notice that in the first statement you're not being asked to pass up the food you love forever, but just for now. And this is very important. It's much easier to go just one step at a time and pass the food up just for now, because this doesn't create the same resistance in you, and it doesn't create the same sense of deprivation. Now, the other statement, "I'm enjoying my fill of this," is the statement that seems magically to create a sense of pleasant fulfillment after you've tapped on it during the slideshow. However, some people may be afraid to say, "I'm enjoying my fill of this," because they're worried that they may increase their appetite if they do that. If you're concerned about it, simply use one of the other phrases instead. The third statement, "I choose to be calm and relaxed," is often very effective in reducing your need for your downfall food, because food cravings can increase dramatically when you're tense and under stress. Feeling calm and at ease can greatly reduce cravings, so that statement is a good one. Very occasionally, someone who has a severe eating problem finds that they need to use this or any other appetite control method under the guidance of an experienced practitioner. On our ZAP Support Club site, we help you locate a meridian tapping practitioner in case you need one. You get a lot of information there. When you try it out after having done one or more of the practice sessions, you may find this program is all you need to handle your food cravings. If you want to take a look at the full ZAP computer program with its many different food categories and more complete instructions, you'll find information on it in the resources section of this app. Now you are ready to try the program. Just hit the button, Zap Food Cravings Now. The slideshow will run as you tap on the comfort spots and say your selected phrase out loud. It's very easy.